Throughout human history, we have searched for meaning in ancient texts, looking for patterns that speak to something greater than ourselves. What if there was a message, a secret matrix, hidden within the pages of the Bible itself? 8 specific verses from across the Bible reveal a divine pattern, a cycle of covenant, sin, judgment, and redemption. It begins with Ruth 1:11, where Naomi cries in despair about the end of her family line. 2 Chronicles 2:10 speaks of Solomon's vast provisions for building God's temple. Jeremiah 7:7 contains God's promise, "I will cause you to dwell in this place forever." But Numbers 5:6 defines the human problem. Every sin is a trespass against God's covenant. Lamentations 2:16 shows the consequence, enemies gloating over Jerusalem's destruction. This is judgment, the enforcement of divine justice when the covenant is broken. Yet Ruth 4:18 records the genealogy that leads to David, lineage restored from despair. 1 Kings 6:19 describes the Holy of Holies prepared for God's presence. Finally, Acts 10:3 breaks ethnic boundaries. God's revelation extends to all nations. Using equidistant letter sequence analysis, 3 names emerge from the Hebrew text. Elizabeth appears first, the biblical mother of John the Baptist, meaning "My God is my oath." She represents unwavering faith and the miraculous fulfillment of God's promises. Intersecting Elizabeth is Leanne, meaning to bind or God has answered. Leanne represents renewal, the new promise that emerges from the ashes of failure. Dallas appears as the third name, representing the holy place, the destination of peace. From Gaelic roots meaning from the meadow, Dallas symbolizes the sanctified ground where God's people find rest. When mapped, these names form an extraordinary pattern. They intersect in the shape of a cross. This intersection represents the crossroads where divine faithfulness meets human experience. Elizabeth reaches down as God's promise. Leanne extends across as our human journey. At their intersection, Dallas, the holy place, we find our true spiritual home. This ancient message speaks to us today. We all experience the cycle of promise, failure, judgment, and hope. The Matrix reminds us that no matter how lost we feel, we are never outside the story of redemption. It is a promise that the path back to hope is always open, written not just in ancient scrolls, but in the landscape of our own hearts.